Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge television, radio, and podcast talk show. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, beginning 2 p.m. on the Eastern Time Zone, as I get to ride home with you in the afternoon. It's always such a fun time. You can continue sending email, Donna at donnasedge.com. That's Donna at donnasedge.com. Now, you can find us on television 2 different ways. Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. You can also find us on channel 182, Charter Communications. That's part of the Spectrum Network. You can also find us, our podcast on thenewscasters.com. Another way to find us as well is on WZLA radio station located in Abbeville, South Carolina. It's always so great to be with those folks. I wanted to thank all of our sponsors. You guys are awesome. Don't forget now the giveaways I do every single Friday. There are 10 different restaurants that I will give away some restaurant cards to. So it's always proud to give away out there to you folks. And it's an honor that I'm able to be with you guys every day. I wanted to talk to you. A lot of emails are coming up because it's summertime and everybody knows I love gardening. And so I got my Master Gardeners program, actually through Auburn University. Real proud of that. I did learn enough to know I'll never know it all. So when it comes to that, about to hook up with Clemson University and see if I can get some more training out there as well. But I wanted to mention to you, and I love this, dandelions. Okay, you see these, most people consider those weeds, and they're not weeds at all. They are so medicinal in many different ways. Now, on the previous show, we were talking about marigolds. Marigolds is mainly something you can use in skincare, topical on your face or whatever. Now, dandelions, you can use it on your skin. You can use it inside. You can use it whatever. They're those beautiful little yellow flowers. You see bees on them all the time. But there are 3 important parts to a dandelion. That's going to be the flower part of it. You've got the stem going down. That's important. A big plus, a big bonus is the root. And I'm going to tell you what, a dandelion root is one of those, you think you got it all and you're trying to get rid of it in your yard. Don't, by the way, keep it. Okay. It's really good for you. But those dandelions are, I'm telling you, the taproot, those are huge. The bigger, generally speaking, any kind of a plant that has a huge taproot is going to be good for you as far as medicinal plant. So I want you to keep that in mind as we talk about dandelions today. Okay, I've got some information for you. First of all, on dandelions, you can make a tincture out of it. You can make your own oils out of it, which is something that I do. Now, on this particular one, now I like to have these things setting in a cold, dark place. And this is my jar of dandelion. Now, what I do is I like to powder it. See, it's powdered down here in the bottom. I didn't shake it today because I wanted you to be able to see this. And see how that oil is turning kind of a yellow color. Now, I've only had this batch going since February the 7th, so there's still some time. I could use it now, but the longer it sets in this oil, and you're shaking it at least once, twice a week, you're going to get so much beneficial out of this right here. Okay, so anyway, it's powder. So what I do is I dry it, and then after I dry it, I put it in my Vitamix, and it dries into a very fine powder, as you can see that powder right there. Now you want to shake it. It's probably been about 5 days since I gave this thing a good shaking. So here we go. See, because it's been so long, it's beginning. See how it's beginning to run down. This is the dandelion root that I have here. The dandelion root. Now, I like the flowers to use on salads and stuff like that. Yes, they're edible and they're really good. They have this almost kind of a citrusy-like taste to them, and they're really good. You can also use the leaves in salads. You can actually make a salad out of it. So here we go. Look at this. What you've been throwing around and running over with your lawnmower is so good for you when it comes to a dandelion. There we go. See, now you can see what it looks like. Now, as I make an oil out of this, because I want to make skincare using this, I'll need to drain it out. So you'll need cheesecloth. And I want, because I dried it and because I put it in the Vitamix, it's like a blender. It really puts it into really, really fine. But I feel like I get more of the benefits of the flour when I dry it and then when I make a powder out of it. If you know what a Vitamix is, I'm going to tell you what's the strongest blender ever. So you can put sticks in it and it will just turn it into a powder, which is something that I really like. I got mine on sale. And so that, you know me, I'm always going for those sales and things. And so I didn't spend hundreds of dollars for mine. But anyway, this is what the oil is going to look like. Now, in this particular oil, I used olive oil, and then I also used some vitamin E. Okay. Now, I'm not talking about capsules or anything like that, but it's vitamin. There's a company, New Directions Aromatics.com. You can trust, and they don't pay me to do this, but they're a good company. And whatever you get from them, it's going to be fresh and it's going to be like the right product. Now, let's talk a little bit about dandelions. And I wrote it out for you because I want to make sure that I don't do something really good on this. I've still got some good time. Okay. All right. Now, dandelions are one of the most useful wild medicinal plants that nearly every part of this, and I just mentioned the root, which is what I've got sitting here in this oil. Roots, leaves, and flowers has a value to it. So let's go ahead and start talking about my main reason. I had hepatitis a long time ago when Brad was like 2 years old and almost killed me. You do not want hepatitis. I got it from taking the birth control pill. It was something that it just made me deathly sick. I started turning like yellow. I had the jaundice. And you know how I am, such. And so it got into my liver. My liver is still permanently swollen. So that is another reason I like to use plants for medicinal use. Because it's natural. I don't want anything experimental in my body. And because I don't need to add to. But this is another reason that I really started doing some studies on the dandelion. So the dandelion has liver support and also detoxification. Okay, you got to do that. A lot of people will take they'll buy something over the counter or something they see on television that says it's going to detox. Be careful when you do things like that, okay? Because some of those things I can't do. And I hate to be such a wimp, but, some things I just can't do. Now, dandelion is known for supporting the liver function. Now, stimulates bile production. It helps digestion of fats. Traditionally, it's used to cleanse the liver, which is another reason I need it because my liver is permanently swollen just from having hepatitis. So I have to keep a watch on it. But I feel so much healthier since I started using this. It may support conditions like sluggish digestion. So if you know of anyone who's having some issues, now if they're taking anything from, say, a prescription or anything like that, you've got to check with the doctor first. Okay, that's extremely important, just to make sure that that you're doing the right thing. I wouldn't take both. I would take one or the other. Okay, now it's great for kidney support. So let's talk about that. The leaves are actually a gentle diuretic. And what I mean by that is it helps the body eliminate excess fluid. It supports the kidney function. Now, unlike a lot of diuretics, it's rich in potassium, so it doesn't deplete it. And potassium is so good for your body anyway. Okay, now this also serves as a digestive aid. And again, we're talking about dandelions. Those beautiful little weeds. You think they're weeds, they're not. They're good for you. It's a digestive aid. It increases appetite and digestive juices. Now, it also helps with bloating, indigestion, and mild constipation. Bitter compounds stimulate the overall digestion. Okay, now let's talk about this one. In so many good qualities, but anti-inflammatory and antioxidant, contains the beta carotene. People are talking about that, eat carrots, that's got beta carotene in it. So does the dandelion. It helps reduce inflammation, protects the cells from oxidative stress. Now, let me mention one other thing before we dig in a little bit further. We talked about the flower. We also talked about the stem. We also talked about the root. So if you're a little unsure about how your body is actually going to process it, it's better to start with the flower and with the leaves, okay, because you can put it in a salad, and the root is going to be the strongest part of anything, of any plant, medicinal plant. So you might want to try the other two first, then later try the root. Okay, so I'm just telling you. Okay, now let's talk about blood sugar support. Some researchers do suggest that it may help regulate the blood sugar levels. So if you're diabetic, it could be a great thing for you. Now, if you're taking a prescription medicine, be extremely careful, okay? You can't say I didn't warn you. It could improve insulin sensitivity, a mild effect, not a replacement now for medication is what they're telling you right here. Okay, now let's talk about skin health. That's why a lot of you could care less about the inside of your body. You just want the outside to look good. Well, you're going to love what you're going to hear right here. Okay, skin health is traditionally used for acne and eczema. And I'm bad to get that too. My skin can flare like if I eat a particular food item. I really should never eat anything with oil in it because I still break out with zits just like I was when I was a teenager. It's 67. Can you believe that? Now, also, just mentioned the acne and eczema, and also detox related skin issues, often taken internally or used in salves or teas is why you would want to take the salve. Okay, again, if it's detox related skin issues, whatever, again, take it internally or use it in salves or teas. And by the way, the flowers make a wonderful tea. You can use them fresh or you can dry them. Either way you want to do it. Fresh for now. And then if you have some left over, save them for like in the winter months because, again, it's so good for you. And you want to dry the leaves completely before you put them in a jar or your bags, whatever. If you're a little unsure, you can always put it in the freezer. Get the good freezer bags. Make sure all the oil or make sure all of the air is out of the bag. And it's just longevity. It's just going to last you a lot longer that way. Okay, now nutrient-dense superfood. Dandelion greens, the greens that you're going to eat a salad with, the greens are rich in vitamin A, C, and K. That's wonderful. And then also those dandelion greens are good for you. Iron, calcium, and again, potassium. We mentioned that just a few minutes ago. Now let's talk about the parts. And I think, got to go into a commercial break. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. We're going to talk about the other parts. Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer
yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Lowe's knows that the projects you build in spring are the ones you can't wait to share. It's why we make sure you have our best deals with My Lowe's Rewards, and that you get help from people who've
Been there.
done that.
Try this.
This spring, we'll help you build something rewarding.
Hey, Stan.
What's up?
I made you something.
Oh, thank you.
And I got something for you. You grew these?
Of course.
Lowe's knows how to help you spring.
Finding the right home isn't just about bedrooms and square footage. It's about comfort, security, and the feeling you get the moment you walk through the door. That's why so many families across Greenwood and the Lakelands area trust Jenny Ferguson with Keller Williams. And I'll tell you from personal experience, Jenny was my realtor, and she truly cares about her clients. Jenny takes the time to listen, to understand what matters most, and to guide you every step of the way, whether you're buying your first home, upgrading, or ready to sell. Because this isn't just a transaction, it's your life. With local knowledge, personal care, and a commitment to getting it right, Jenny Ferguson makes the process simple and even enjoyable. So if you're thinking about buying or selling, now's the time to make your move. Call Jenny Ferguson with Keller Williams in Greenwood today and take the next step toward a place you'll truly love coming home to. Shine your style at Kiss My Glass right here in the Anderson Mall. There's a place where style meets sparkle. At Kiss My Glass, every piece is handcrafted, custom designed, and made to shine just like you. Owner Beth Gibson brings creativity to life with stunning custom tumblers, gifts, and one-of-a-kind pieces you won't find anywhere else. Look for the perfect gift or something uniquely you, from bold and glamorous to simple and elegant. There's something for every style, so stop by, get inspired, and leave with something unforgettable. Kiss My Glass inside the Anderson Mall, Anderson, South Carolina, where your sparkle begins. Be sure to check out Kiss My Glass on Facebook for updates and specials and gift ideas. Are you looking for skincare that feels as good as it smells? Discover Autumn Naturals, located inside the Anderson Mall, your go-to for locally made organic hair and body products. From handcrafted soaps to nourishing body oils, every item is made with care using ingredients your skin will truly love. No harsh chemicals, just simple, natural goodness you can trust. Stop by Autumn Naturals today and experience the difference for yourself. Autumn Naturals, natural beauty made local. Beautiful dandelion. I can hardly wait for this to get the way I want it. This is just absolutely awesome. So we're talking about dandelions today and all the medicinal uses of dandelion. Don't do anything to that weed out there, by the way. I don't know how we got started, but I think they came from England and somebody just planted them just all over the place. Now, and let me tell you to be careful about something else. Okay. Be careful if you see dandelions, say on the side of the road, because sometimes some cities and towns will use a type of to get rid of those, and they could use something that's not good for you. So I wouldn't use those dandelions. I'd just be afraid, of the poison that could be on it. Use them. And another thing is, if you use any kind of a weed control in your yard, don't use those either. Okay, because it could make you sick. You just need something that grows free, like I do. Like Phil is just aching to cut the grass right now. And he said, well, when do you think I can cut the grass? And I said, when it gets to our knees, okay, because I've got to get all the dandelion blooms I possibly can. And I know he's getting a little irritated. He likes to cut the grass. He's one of those that he'd cut it like every day almost if he could. Okay, so we're talking about the parts of the dandelion. Okay, the leaves, and let me tell you what the use is of those particular parts. The leaves, diuretic, nutrient-rich, often eaten or used as a tea. Now, when we talk about the root is going to be different on it. I have to do digestive support. You can do this in a tea, a tincture, or even in a roasted coffee. You can do it that way, roasted coffee. Now, flowers are the mild anti-inflammatory, and it's used in oils, salves. People even make dandelion wine out of it. I'd be afraid to do that. I'm afraid I'd poison myself some way. And another thing you can do, you can make vinegars out of it as well. Now, common ways to use it. Okay, so we talked about the tea using leaves or roots for digestion again and detox, tincture, concentrated extract. And this is what I have. I keep moving it around on my desk. The tincture right there is in an amber bottle. Oh, and by the way, wanted to mention this. Okay, if you have oils, if you can go to Amazon, wherever, and you can find these amber bottles. Now, the blue ones will work, but the amber color is absolutely the best you can do. Now, you need to keep these put up in a cool, dry place. I like to keep mine in the cabinet with the door shut, and it's going to give you a better quality. It's going to last a lot longer. If you put it out into like a sunny window, it's going to kind of deflect just a little bit on you. So again, amber bottle if you can. Now, if you can't, that's fine. What you can do, if you want to just put it in just a regular jar, something like that, for storage, you can always put a cloth around it, but still put it in the cabinet and keep the door shut. Okay. And don't let the kids take it out and play with it. Okay. Now, infused oil, we talked about all of that. Now let's talk about some safety notes. Okay. Generally safe for most people. You want to avoid if allergic to plants. Again, in the daisy family, they're all part of the daisy family. Use caution if you have gallbladder issues, if you're taking diuretics or lithium. Always consult a healthcare professional for ongoing conditions. Now, on dandelions, this is a fun fact for you right here. Dandelions are often considered weeds. They're not weeds. I wish someone had never called them weeds. Okay, but in herbal medicine, they're a foundational plant. I know in my foundation they are, and they're valued as both food and medicine across many cultures. I wanted to go on ahead also and give you some recipes of some things that you can do. And I think I've got it right here in this folder. I think we've got some time. Oh, yeah, we got some time. We can do this. Okay, and there we go. I think I pulled it up. Okay, there we are. There it is. Okay, now let's talk about dandelion root tea. Okay, now this is good for the liver and digestion. This is something that you can do. The ingredients, only 2. So you want 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried dandelion root, and that's what this right here is. And again, I powdered it. And you can do the same thing with tinctures. If you powder something, I think you can get more of the medicinal quality out of it. Okay. Still fine if you don't. Okay. You can cut it up in pieces and you'll still get lots of really great goodness out of the dandelion. It's just the way I prefer to do it. Then you got to drain it really good too. Okay. Now, on the 2 ingredients, 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried dandelion root and 1 cup of water. Now, I'm going to give you 2 ways to do this. Okay, now this is the instruction I have. And this is a book I'm writing, by the way. I'll let you guys know when this is completed. So I'm looking at my book right now that I have on my iPad. Okay, the instructions are to bring the water to a boil. You want to add the root and reduce to a simmer. You want to simmer it for 10 to 15 minutes. Then you want to strain it and you want to drink it. Now, it's a little bitter. So what you can do is add honey or cinnamon, which is another thing I do because the honey is good for you and the cinnamon is also good for you. So you want to do those 2 things. Now, this is the way I like to do it. Okay, I like to get the root and put it in. I have this little infuser kind of a thing. It's like a bottle. It's about this big right here. And it has this little funnel thing that's in it. And it also serves to drain. It'll drain all of that icky stuff out of it. So what I like to do, I like to go ahead and put the flowers or the root, whatever I'm going to use, and put that in that little funnel. I wish I'd brought it down here so you could have seen it. And then I boil water and I get the water and I pour it into this thing and I let it set for hours. This is something that you can do overnight. So before you go to bed, go ahead and get that root or get those leaves or whatever, boil water, pour it on top of it, and just let it sit in it. Now, another thing you can do, you don't have to have the fancy stuff. I just happen to have the fancy stuff because I went to the $5 store and got it on 50-cent day. So I've got a super deal there. You can just let it sit in the pan of boiling water. Just make sure you strain it in the morning, get up, and it's really good. I like to drink it when I wake up in the morning instead of going to bed at night, because again, it's a diuretic and you'll have to wake up and go to the potty, if you know what I mean, to the sandbox. So just wanted to mention that to you. Okay, now let's talk about roasted dandelion coffee. So you always get my attention when you say the word coffee. That always gets me every time. Okay, so ingredients are the clean dandelion root. Okay, you're going to love this. Okay, so what you do is wash and chop those roots into small pieces. You want to roast it in the oven for about 350 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes until it's dark brown. Then you want to get your coffee grinder out. You want to grind it up just like you would coffee, and you want to brew 1 tablespoon per cup of water. It tastes kind of earthy and coffee-like, but it's caffeine-free. So for you folks out there, I can't do caffeine. I'm going to tell you what, I'd hate to know that I had a world where I lived without caffeine. But anyway, you don't have to have caffeine. It's a good thing to do at night to relax you before you go to bed. With no caffeine in it, you'll be able to sleep all night. Now, let's talk about the dandelion greens. We're going to do a salad this time. Okay, this is a nutrient boost. I'm going to tell you, you're going to feel good the rest of the day. You won't get that I'm sleepy after you eat lunch. You won't feel that way at all. Okay, here are the ingredients. You want fresh young dandelion leaves. You want some olive oil, lemon juice or vinegar, salt and pepper for whatever your taste is. Optional, you can put garlic, cheese, and nuts in it. I like to sprinkle a little bit of cheese in there too. Now, for instructions, you want to wash the leaves thoroughly, okay? You want to toss it with the dressing and then serve it fresh. Now, the younger leaves are less bitter. Now, that reminds me of something else. Okay, dandelion is forever, okay? So if you never cut your grass, that dandelion's going to be there all season. Now, the earlier in the season, the better tasting those leaves are. Okay, if you wait until pretty close to fall, first of all, they're going to have a weird look to them, so they're not going to look as good, and which is why I don't do it. But earlier in the spring, the better. And if you wait until it starts getting like June, July, it's going to start tasting more bitter. So if you want the roots, any of that stuff, you need to do it early spring, as soon as you can. I would say before June, you want to do that. Okay, now let's talk about dandelion flower honey. Okay, we have these, and I've never tried this, but I'm going to try it this year. Okay, you want 2 cups of dandelion flower heads, just that yellow part. Okay, and just the yellow. And then you want 3 cups of water, 1 lemon sliced, and you're going to need 2 to 3 cups of sugar. Now, this is what you do. This is how you make the honey. You want to simmer the flowers in the water and the lemon for 20 to 30 minutes. Then you want to strain out those solids, add sugar to the liquid. You want to simmer it until thick like honey, and then you want to cool it and you want to store it. So there's your idea right there. And one more, then we're going to have to call it a day. Dandelion infused oil for skin. You want to use dried dandelion flowers. You don't want any moisture whatsoever. It cause it to reek and have a weird smell later on if you don't hurry up and use it. You need to use a carrier oil like an olive or an almond. I use the olive with a little bit, about a taste in a quart jar. I used about a tablespoon of the vitamin E. Okay, here's what you do. You fill a jar with dried flowers, cover completely with oil, let it sit 2 to 3 weeks, which is the best way to do it, in a warm place. Then you strain it. What you'll use it for is sore muscles, dry skin, or as a base for your salves, which is what I do. Dandelion salve, you'll need 1 cup of dandelion infused oil, 1 to 2 tablespoons of beeswax, kind of causes it to harden just a bit. If you're making chapsticks, you can use 3 tablespoons of beeswax to this combination because you want your chapstick to be a little hard. Okay, now instructions, you want to heat the oil gently, add beeswax until it's melted. That's extremely important. You want to pour it into the tins and let it cool. What this helps with is dry skin, minor aches, rough or cracked areas. It's going to be really good for, those cracked heels. It's really good for that. Okay, now, again, for the foraging tips, and we're going to call it a day, harvest from areas free of pesticides. You want to pick those young leaves for eating, and always dry flowers before oil infusion to prevent mold. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get a whole new idea about what dandelions are. All the men who watch the show are going to hate me from this point on because the wives are going to be saying, don't cut the grass yet. I want my dandelions. But thank you again so much for watching. Continue sending email. Thrills me to death when you send email. Donna@donnasedge.com. Donna@donnasedge.com. Keep giving me ideas. You're wanting me to do more gardening shows, so that's what we're going to go for. Okay. Now you'll see other stuff. Still a variety show, but we'll do a lot more gardening shows just this summer. But thank you again so much for watching.